Let's be honest, this message might sting a little. But sometimes the truth that hurts is also the truth that can change your life. Many of us in the middle class work extremely hard. We study, follow the rules, and try to do everything right. Still, at the end of the month, we're stuck. We worry about bills, we save every rupee, and we hope for a big break that never seems to come. You might look around and see smart people, people just like you, who are still not rich. The sad part? It is not always a lack of talent or hard work. Sometimes it's our thinking that keeps us stuck. The ideas we grew up with, the beliefs our families taught us, these can become invisible chains. If you feel like you're doing everything right but still not moving ahead, you are not alone. It's time to ask tough questions. Why do so many of us stay in the middle class even when we work hard? Why do we struggle when others with similar backgrounds end up rich? The answer, many times, lies in our mindset, not in our skills, not in our luck, not even in our education. It's how we see risk, money, and what's possible for us. If you're willing to listen, to question what you've always been told, this essay can help you see the world differently. And maybe, just maybe, it can help you start living differently too. In most Indian middle-class homes, the advice is the same. Beta, study hard. Get good marks. Find a safe job. We hear it at every family dinner, every school function, every casual chat with elders. The plan is simple. Work hard in school, get into a good college, and then land a stable job, preferably in government or a big company. This path is seen as the only way to success. The dream is job security, a monthly salary, and a respectable title. Risks are scary. Starting a business? Too uncertain. Changing careers? Too risky. Most parents want their kids to avoid pain, so they teach us to play it safe. And because we love and trust them, we follow what they say. But what happens when everyone follows the same path? The competition gets harder, the rewards get smaller, and the stress increases. Still, most of us keep walking the same road, hoping things will turn out fine. We believe that safety is the most important thing, that taking risks is for the foolish or the rich. This advice worked well for our parents. For many years, a degree and a stable job really were tickets to the good life. But times have changed. The world is different now. Is the old advice still enough? Let's look at reality. Today, having a degree is not special. There are lakhs of graduates every year, all fighting for the same jobs. Companies want people who can think, solve problems, and adapt, not just those who can memorize answers. The job market is tough, even for the smartest students. If you follow only the traditional path, you might end up just another face in the crowd. You might get a job, but it may not pay well or feel secure. Promotions are slow and layoffs are common. The promise of a stable life is becoming a myth for many. Still, we hold on to old advice, hoping it will save us. Ask yourself, how many people around you are truly rich? Not just doing okay, but actually wealthy, living life on their own terms. Most are not. They work hard, but they are stuck in the same routine for years. If the old ways worked, wouldn't we see more success stories? The truth is, the world has changed, but our thinking hasn't. If we keep following the same advice in a new world, we will keep getting the same results. Average, safe, and stuck. Here is the real trap. The middle-class mindset. It's not about how much money you have, but how you think about money, success, and life. The middle-class mindset values comfort over growth. It says, be happy with what you have. It teaches us to avoid risks, to play safe, and to never stand out too much. This mindset sounds wise, but it limits you. When you fear failure, you don't try new things. When you worry about losing what you have, you never reach for more. You settle for enough instead of aiming for great. This is how smart, hardworking people get stuck. They stop dreaming bigger. They stop pushing themselves. The middle-class mindset also tells you to respect rules. Don't question, don't rebel, don't make mistakes. But growth comes from breaking patterns, taking chances, and sometimes failing. The richest people are not always the cleverest, but they dare to do what others won't. If you want a different result, you need a different mindset. Comfort feels good, but growth lives just outside your comfort zone. Now let's see how the rich think. The rich see money as a tool, not just a reward. They don't just work for money, they make money work for them. Instead of only saving, they invest. Instead of avoiding risk, they manage it. They understand that the biggest rewards come from calculated risks, not from playing it safe. Rich families talk about ideas, businesses, investments, and growth. Middle-class families talk about job security, expenses, and savings. The rich focus on building assets, things that make money even when they sleep. The middle class focus on buying things, cars, houses, phones, to look successful. For example, a rich person may use extra money to start a business or invest in stocks. A middle class person might use the same money to buy a new gadget or upgrade their car. One is creating wealth, the other is spending it. The biggest difference is not in their bank accounts, but in their mindsets. The rich believe growth is possible. The middle class fear losing what they have. In India, there are some special challenges. Here, job security is everything. Parents dream of seeing their children in government jobs with steady pay, pension, and respect. The words government job have a magical power in Indian homes. Even today, lakhs of young people spend years preparing for exams just for a chance at this dream. But there's another powerful force. Log kya kahenge? What will people say? This fear controls so many decisions. If you choose a different path, people will talk. If you fail, they will laugh. So, we choose to fit in, to not stand out, to stay safe. This mindset kills creativity and ambition. It makes us live for others, not for ourselves. It stops us from starting new things, from taking risks, from dreaming bigger dreams. The result? We stay where we are, even if we want more. If you want to break out of this trap, you have to care less about what others think and more about what you really want. Let's be fair, our parents and families want the best for us. They know the pain of struggle, the fear of losing everything. That's why they push us towards safe jobs and steady incomes. Their advice comes from love, not from ignorance. But sometimes, love can keep us from growing. The world they grew up in was different. Back then, a government job meant a secure future. Risks were dangerous, mistakes were punished, and opportunities were rare. So, they teach us what worked for them. But what worked yesterday doesn't always work today. Today, the world rewards people who can learn fast, who can solve problems, who can take smart risks. The internet has changed everything. Now, you can learn anything, build anything, create your own path. Sticking to old habits can hold you back. It's important to understand their intentions, but also to realize times have changed. You can honor your family while still choosing a different path for yourself. How do you escape the middle-class trap? Start by changing your mindset. First, invest in learning high-income skills. Coding, digital marketing, design, communication, or any skill that companies pay well for. These skills are always in demand and can help you earn more, even as a side job. Second, start a side project. This could be anything: a blog, a YouTube channel, a small business, or freelancing online. You don't have to quit your job. Just give yourself a chance to learn and grow beyond your 9-to-5 routine. Side projects teach you to think like an entrepreneur and manage risks. Third, invest in knowledge. Read books, take online courses, attend workshops, and network with people who are ahead of you. The more you learn, the more confident you become in trying new things. Don't be afraid to spend money on your growth. It pays back many times over. Finally, take small, calculated risks. You don't have to bet everything. Start small, learn from mistakes, and grow step by step. The key is to keep moving forward, even if it feels uncomfortable. You don't have to change your background to change your future. You only need to change your mindset. The middle class trap is not about money. It's about fear, comfort, and believing this is all I can have. If you dare to think bigger, to try new things, and to learn from your mistakes, you can break free. Remember, your family story does not have to be your story. You can choose a different path. The world is full of opportunities for those who are willing to learn, adapt, and take action. The richest people in the world are not always the smartest. They are the ones who dared to believe they could do more. It's not easy to change old habits, but every big change starts with a small step. Start today. Learn something new. Try a side project. Invest in yourself. The journey will not be easy, but it will be worth it. You have the power to change your life. All you need is to believe in a new mindset. Don't wait for someone else to give you permission. Give yourself the chance to do epic shit.